Hello everyone, welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. In our last video on Atal Pension Yojana, we discussed in detail about the features and how to apply for this scheme. In this video today, we will talk about various pros and cons of this scheme and should we opt for this scheme or not. Let's discuss pros of the scheme first. The first is guaranteed pension. This is the major draw of this pension yojana and also a major difference between Atal Pension Yojana and the earlier version of this, which was Swablamban Yojana. Due to common mis-selling at multiple level schemes, people are wary of financial products. In such a scenario, a government guaranteed product we think is a very good initiative. Second advantage is that it is very safe and secure since it is a government backed scheme and your money would be invested majorly in government securities and in bonds, which are relatively very safe investments. As third advantage, since the Atal Pension Yojana comes under PFRDA and under NPS structure, the money management will be done by professional fund managers such as ICICI, SBI and SDFC. This will help in best-in-class rate of returns on your investments. Fourth major advantage of this scheme is that it is very easy to invest in this scheme. Anyone can go to his or her bank, fill one-page form and it is all done. Your contribution will be auto-debited from your bank account and even online options are also available. Fifth advantage is that it is a low-cost investment, which means that since it is part of NPS structure, the fund management charges on this scheme is very low. Also, this scheme enjoys the same tax benefits as enjoyed by the NPS scheme. All your contribution is tax exempted under Section 80 CCD and 80C. Sixth major advantage of this scheme was that there was a contribution by the government component as well till March 31st of this year. So for early bird subscribers who joined the scheme before March 31st and are not taking benefit of any other government scheme, the government contributed up to 1000 rupees per year for 5 years for such subscribers. Seventh advantage is that the benefit of pension will be given to self and spouse as well till end of life, which means if the subscriber dies, then spouse will get the benefit till end of his or her life as well. And the entire corpus of the pension will be given to the nominee. Last major advantage which was approved recently is voluntary exit. Even if the subscriber wants to exit the scheme before attaining 60 years, he or she can do so very easily. And the best part is that there is no major penalty for this exit. Only thing is they have to forego any contribution of government they have received and the interest they have earned on that. Now let's discuss the cons of the scheme. We'll start with the first and the biggest one, which is it has low rate of returns. Now if we calculate the amount of contribution the subscriber has done and the corpus he or she will get, then the rate of return for this contribution is around 7.94%, which we think is on a lower side, especially comparing to the other schemes such as PPF, EPF and current NPS returns. Though it does give better returns than the most of the pension plans offered by insurance companies. Also, once the subscriber attains the 60 years of age and the withdrawal stage starts, the subscriber attains the age of 60 and the withdrawal stage start, the amount of interest on the corpus is even lower, which is at 7.06%. So it seems from rate of return perspective, the government has played little conservative here and is saving themselves from too much interest rate or market risk. Second big disadvantage of this scheme is inflation impact. Since the pension sum is fixed at 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000 or 5000 rupees, it will fail to negate the impact of inflation, which is not an ideal investment deal for most of the individuals. Thus, rising cost will have an impact on the return. Let's take an example here. So if we assumed 6% inflation rate for next 30 years, which in present scenario is likely, then after 30 years 5000 per month pension which you will get will actually be equivalent to rupees 850 today. So there is a real risk of significant shortfalls for all age groups, whether they contribute into the nominal defined benefit of rupees 1000 or rupees 5000. Third disadvantage is penalty for default. Government has kept a monetary penalty for delayed payments. An account can even get closed if there is a repeated default for a specified period of time. Since this scheme is being targeted to informal workers and low-cost groups, then the basic features of informal workers is that they do not have a fixed income. So we don't think that they can pay a periodic or fixed contribution to a pension fund. The fourth disadvantage is even though the pension is fixed and guaranteed, the contribution amount and the corpus amount of pension is not fixed. The government has clearly mentioned word indicative before both contribution and corpus amount, which means government is not taking the interest rate risk completely, and they can transfer the risk to investor by increasing contribution amount or reducing the corpus amount. Fifth disadvantage according to us is that government is going for a very conservative investment mix for this scheme. They are going to invest 50% of your pension contribution to government securities and rest in debt. So it is very safe, but it is conservative. We would have loved to see some of the contribution in equity based investments as well, which would have helped in higher corpus for the subscribers and also lesser impact on the interest rate fluctuations. Now let's discuss if this scheme is suitable for you or not. Read these 5 questions. If your answer to 2 of these questions is yes, then we think you should not join Atal Pension Yojana scheme. Question is why? Any good equity mutual fund, balanced mutual fund, or even debt mutual fund can give you better returns than APY. APY does inculcates the habit of regular investing, but then mutual fund SIPs we think are a better option. NPS account provides much greater flexibility, and you can also invest more in NPS than what you can do in APY. Investment in APY is good for individuals who are looking for a fixed return retirement plans and are very risk averse. API may not be for you, but if you look around and ask any of the informal worker, such as your security guard, your driver, and other laborers, then answer to all of these 5 questions would be no. For them, APY scheme is very beneficial. It inculcates the habit of investing to them, and also the entry into scheme is very easy. So we would request you to encourage the workers around you to join this scheme. And we are sure that many of the flaws will be addressed in near future by the government. With that thought in mind, we would like to sign off. If you have any comment or question, please do write in the comment section below. Have a great day ahead.